Hi everybody, this is Anthony from Sunny Creates. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I have a Friday freebie. But before I start, I do want to apologize for the Friday freebie being late. I had gone to a team lunch, and yeah, it took longer than expected, which is not a bad thing. But yeah, it does make this a little late. Okay, so I've got a 2-page freebie for you. Okay, and it is, the first page is basically some panels that I cut out. Okay, they're almost A4 in size, but you know what to do. You can, I think it's print to fit to paper or not fit to paper or whatever. And then I've got this one here, which are some fussy cuts. They are on poppies and they have some butterflies on it. Okay, so I'm going to be using that. Then I have this on my Facebook group. It's some labels. But I'm going to move it to my Kofi store today, so you can also download these and then you can use it in this project. So all I did for now is I cut these panels. I cut some fussy cuts out that I want to use, and I've got the labels over there as well. The other thing I'm going to use is I'm going to take some coffee dyed paper over here, and this is about 135 GSM. Yeah, I think it is about that. And then I've got 2 coffee dyed sheets over here, just normal ones, and you can see they're both different as well. It's okay, cool. And these are just normal copy paper that I'm going to be using as well. Okay, so what am I going to be doing today? We're going to be making a concertina booklet. So I am going to be sewing, but you don't have to sew. You'll just need some really good glue. I also have some material, okay, you know, about less than an inch thick or maybe an inch thick, the cotton material that I am going to be lining the folds up with, because we are making booklets with them. And if you don't want to use the material, then you can use like washi tape if you have washi tape, or masking tape if you don't have washi tape, or just stick you know, pieces of paper along the folded lines just to make them stronger, okay, like decorative paper. So all you're going to do is you're going to take your A4 sheet and you are going to fold it in half. Seems like I'm doing a lot of concertina stuff this week, eh? And then you're going to do that, and I don't know, it wasn't planned that way, but it happened. And then you're going to fold it in half again on this side, like that, and then half on this side as well. Okay, so that's the first thing you're going to be doing. Right, so that's done like that. All right. Okay, so the next thing you are going to do now is you're going to look at your folds. Let's just finalize these folds a little bit more, or burnish them. I don't know why I use the word finalize. Oh, it doesn't matter, right? So I'm going to take some coffee dyed material that I have, and for some reason I thought it was thinner. No, but it's not. Okay, so it is what it is. I finished my thin one. I mean, I would have used this here, but it's not going to be enough, and so I am going to use that one there. And let's see, right, and we're going to use this, and then we're going to add some here like that. Okay, and then we're going to continue doing that. All right, so I'm going to do that, or I can take some seam binding like this, and I can add it, but I don't have the color I need, so I'm just going to do that. Oh, I could take some of this as well here. Maybe I need to take this, then I can cut it to whatever size I want it to. Okay, so I'm just going to measure. I don't need a lot, maybe about the, what is it, an inch or so? Yeah, like that. Let's see if I have to measure it an inch. Yeah, it's about an inch. Okay, great. So an inch, and I'm going to put it there, right? So I need 6 strips like this, 6 strips of an inch each, right, just to add it over there. Now you can iron it out, you can do whatever you want to. So I'm going to go and cut out these 6 strips here, because I thought I was going to use the other one, but then when I looked at it, it was too big. And I'll be back shortly. Okay. Okay, so I've got my 6 strips that I cut out, and I am just going to now take my glue stick and I'm going to glue them in place. However, if you are going to be doing you know, not sewing, then I suggest you use a nice thick glue, like fabric tack or something like that, and do this step over here, okay, because you want them to stay in place. And all they are doing is I'll cut them out later, so I'll cut all the excess out later. All they are doing is they are just making the page stronger, because we are going to have our concertina there, right? So you're going to do that like that, okay, and just taking out some of the material or the threads. Right, so basically what's going to happen is that this booklet is going to fold like this and like this, okay, something like that. Now if you want to, you don't have to put in 3 or 4 strips on all sides, okay. You can just put it in strips on one side. So for example, if I was going to fold my booklet like that and make this the front over here like this, I would only need in here and I would only need in here. So I can literally take out this here if I want to, okay, and I can put it on this as well. So I think maybe I might do that, okay, like this here. Then I will need literally 2 strips, okay, and it might look a little bit neater as well with just the 2 strips, because what we are doing is we are going to be putting booklets in there, and we're going to be putting booklets in there, okay. So that's one of the ways you can use it, right? So you're going to be putting some strips, I mean some strips here and maybe some strips here, so where it folds, okay, where it folds, that's what you're going to be doing, right? For example, so in the folds there, because that's where you're going to be putting your booklets. Then you need to decide which side do you want your what's the word I'm looking for, which side is going to be the side you want to open from, okay. So I know I want to open from this side here, for example. So on this side over here, I am going to start putting in my pictures, okay. So I'm going to put it in there, there, and there. So I'm not going to put any on the side I put the strips on, simply because that is going to be the side where I put the booklets in, okay. So I'm not going to put it over there, right? I'm going to put it like over here. So for example, that there. Now if you want to, you can also strengthen this side over here, depending on you know, if it's necessary to you or not. Okay, so I am going to do that. So I know that I'm going to put all my papers on this side here. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to take, so you can use all 6 strips. I'm just deciding against it. So I'm just going to take my papers and I'm going to ink them here like this, and then I'm going to stick them down. Okay, so the reason why I'm going to stick them down is that I am going to, I think, only sew the edges or the material. So I'm going to stick it down like that, over there, another one there, another one there, and another one there. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so now you can decide which image do you want in the front. I think I'm going to go for this image in the front, and I'll show you why just now. So on this image over here, you can also decide to sew all your panels in as well, depending on what you want to do. Okay, So I'm just gonna put some glue on it like this. I might actually sew my panels in. I'm not sure. I'll see. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Okay. Like that. Okay. And then next week, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be continuing with this project. So today we are making the booklet, and then next week we are going to be using ephemera to just decorate some of the pages on this booklet. Not all the pages on the booklet, just some of them. So I think I want that one there. Okay, so I am going to now and this is printed on coffee, not coffee dye, just normal printing paper. And the reason why I printed in a normal printing paper is because I don't need to have it very, very thick. So I'm going to put that one there as well. Okay. And then as I mentioned, if you were going to put your strips on all sides, all 6 sides, all 6 of the strips down on all folds, then you would actually put it down before you stick this on. Okay, so just remember that. So you would put your glue your strips down, and then you would have done the sticking of these panels on. Okay, so I think I'm okay like this. Okay, and if it doesn't go according to plan, it's in my head. Okay, this project was done in my while it was in thought about in my head. I haven't made one as yet. As you can see, I really don't have time, to be honest, to make these things and keep it, make prototypes of it to keep it. So to me, I'm just doing it once off. So I'm using this glue because it does dry quickly, and I'm not putting a hectic amount on it, putting quite a little bit on it so that it'll have the time to dry. So that's there, right? And then the last one is this one here. Now you'll see that my pages are lifting up. I'm going to sew it because I'm not doing quite a neat job putting it all together. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to do this now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this, and I'll show you where I'm going to sew it, and then I'm going to sew it and I'm going to get back to you. Okay, just let me finish this last one. Yeah, and my glue is not wonderful, not this one, the other one, the stick glue, so it's better for me to put this down like this. Okay, and now don't forget, don't put your project away, okay, because you're going to be using it again next week. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew, look at that. All right, I'm going to sew around here, 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 and here, all 4 sides. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to run a stitch down there and a stitch down there as well. Okay, can you see it doesn't even hold that? Like that. I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to run stitches down there. It is going to be difficult for me to see, so maybe what I'm going to do might be is let's just give it a little ink here so we know that that's where our stitches must run. Okay, like that. How's that? Okay, kind of like this, and then you can just disguise it when because you are going to put your paper in there, in those folds there. Right, so I'm gonna go and do that, and then I'm gonna trim whatever I need to off, and then I'll come back to you. Right, okay, so I have done that now. I have sewed around and managed to put my booklet together like that. Okay, and like that. So I just want to take my I'll neaten this up just now again, just want to take that and I want to do that with it, right? So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to look and say, okay. So here's my pages over here, and I need to now fold it, and I think I need 2 more pages. I might need to jump up and get 2 more pages, or do I don't think so. Let's make it a very thin booklet. Okay, so I'm going to do that like that, and then excuse me, got the aircon on over here, so my nose is running a bit, right? And so what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to cut these down just a tad bit. The reason why I want to cut it down a tad bit is that I need to know that they are going to fold in. So I'm making it a 5 1/4 inches after folded, 5 1/4 inches. Okay, so I'm going to make it 5 1/4 inches first, and let's do the other one at 5 1/4 as well. Okay, so I'm going to do that at 5 1/4 inch. Okay, like that. I'm just getting a nice decent fold over here. Should have done this before, and so I'm just picking it up. I know I'm away from the table, but all I'm trying to do is get a fold over here. All right, and then on the edge where there's no where it's the loose edge, okay, I'm gonna put it in, and there's the folded edge here. Okay, and I'm going to do it at 5 1/4. Right, next thing I'm going to do is that I am going to take this paper, and this one I didn't do properly, right? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the paper and I'm going to take it in half, and I'm going to see whether I need to cut down the paper lengthwise as well. If I do, then I will have to do that. And then I'm going to put this one in, fold this one again in half, like that. Okay, like that. And then this one in half like this as well. Like that, okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it together like this, and I'm going to slot it into the first fold. And as I said, I'm going to look to see how much of the paper I need to cut down. So yes, we need to cut down the paper, but I'm going to cut it down all together in one go so that they look the same size, or they are the same size. Let's move that out. We don't need that. Okay, as I mentioned to you, you can use all 6 of the the strips that you cut, but I'm not going to. I don't want to add too much of bulk to it, and I do believe that I'll be adding some bulk. Also, the other thing, you didn't need to sew down the middle, because as you sew on these two here, they catch that piece of material, and these two catch the other piece of material. But I just wanted it sewn down the middle. You can also skip that step there. Okay, right, so I'm gonna do that like that. Oh, sorry ladies, this is really late. Hey, what's the time now? Oh, 7:20. Okay, and I'm gonna put that in there, but what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do that like that, and like that. Okay, so I've got it like that now, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my folder or my cutter, not folder. Wow, somebody, you really speak another language, don't you? Just take it about 1/2 inch, okay, just to not have it all together. Now what we can do is that we can take this now and we can put it in here, and we can actually fold it, or not fold it, we can sew it in by hand. We can do a pamphlet stitch on it, a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, or we can take it to the machine and sew it as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to take it to the machine, and I'm going to give it a little sew. I'm just but if I sew it, I'm just gonna sew it a little bit here and a little bit there. Okay, so I think I might take it to the machine and just put a few stitches on it. Or you know what, let's not take it to the machine, let's do it the old-fashioned way for those that don't have a machine. Okay, let's do it. So I'm gonna put you on pause and I'm gonna do my pamphlet stitch, because everybody knows how to do a pamphlet stitch, right? Okay, so I'm back and I sewed it. I just did a pamphlet stitch, sorry, on each one, and then I just inked everything around, so you didn't have to see me inking it. Okay, so now the only thing we need to do is we need to decorate it. So if you're looking at your book like that, that's how it looks. Now I think that is pretty cool. It's not too bulky. Okay, for the amount of journaling space you're getting out of it, not too bulky, so I like that about it. And I thought I'm gonna add this here. I'm just gonna turn this acorn off, getting a little bit nasal, so please excuse me if I'm sniffing. It's because I think, you know, when I came into this room, because I left it at around 12, no, I'm not 12, after 12:30, yeah, because we went for lunch, as I mentioned. So obviously it got really hot. So I think I want to put this one here like that. Okay, so I want to put that there, but I want to use some labels. Now these are not all the labels that you will find. There's more labels, but I just you know, I have them already printed. You get me? So I'm just using what I have printed. I'm not going out of my way to go and get a new or print out a new set. So you might find more suitable labels to use. I'm going to use that. So I must just remember to put it onto the group, onto the Kofi site. And then I thought maybe we could use some kind of a butterfly or something. So let's glue this down first, and then we will go back and we'll then glue the labels and the butterfly on. Yeah, so once again, I really apologize that this video is going out so late. Really, especially, you know, like, I know in some countries that we are ahead of you, so it's not so bad. But for my South African viewers, I really apologize, ladies. I really wanted to get this video out, but you know, I had to go on a team lunch, and it's the last time the team will be seeing each other face to face. So you know, we spent a bit of time together. We are a very close-knit team, which I so love. I thought I glued this down not enough so that I could put this there, but obviously I did a very good job. Congratulations, Anthony, of gluing that down. Yeah, sorry, you know, I learned this nonsense from my son. He makes all these funny sounds and now I learned to make them too, because I try to demonstrate to him how annoying they are, so I make them as well. Oh, wrong glue. I had the right glue out here. Don't know why I thought I didn't. Oh, naughty. Look at me, how filthy that glue is. Yeah, so I make all these noises because he irritates me and makes them. And now I've gotten into the habit of making them. Oh, man. 50-year-old woman making all those sounds. How uncool. Okay, so 50, but not 50 at heart. So I'm just going to do that there. Add a bit of that there, and then did I ink this person up, this butterfly up? No, I don't think so. And then I'm just going to add this here. So I do apologize that the projects take a little bit longer, and the reason is they're taking longer because we are making basically almost whole projects here. Okay, so next week we're going to decorate we're going to put some ephemera inside. How's that? Oh, I think that came out adorable. Just going to cut off some of this. Sorry. Yeah, just like that. Okay, and I'm gonna do that. I'll come back just now and do the other stuff, but I'm good with that. So what's the next one? So we've got this page now that we want to complete, and here I thought what I'd do, excuse me, oh my word, is I just do this, put this down, like that. Trying to see which is the right side here, like that, with maybe a butterfly. No, not that butterfly. Maybe this one here, like that. Okay, there, like this. Yeah, so I'm not putting any gauze on that. Oopsie, sorry. Here, okay, like that. Okay, and then this one here, oh, I don't know. What about, let's see what's on this one here. Okay, what about this over there? Like something like that there. Okay, so we're gonna put that there. Like that. And this here there. Like that. And turn it around. So I want to make a junk journal with puppies in it. A junk journal kit with puppies in it. And then I thought maybe having my butterfly go there. Just looking, I know I cut 4 butterflies out, but now I can only find 2. Oh, 3. Just looking, I even know what I cut out. So where is that last one that I cut? Ah, why do they fly away from me? I cut this one out here. I bet I will find it when I'm done here. So let me just take some time to look for it. A few seconds, please. Indulge me. I have no idea, so I'll speed this up. Okay, right, so I'm back, and I thought let's just add this here like this. And do I want to add a label? I don't know. Let's try to see how this label will look with that butterfly on it. Actually quite cute. Okay, so excuse me. Oh my god, that's piggish. Sorry about that. who could that be? It wasn't me. Right, so I'm going to add this first. So ladies, I do hope that you are enjoying these Friday freebies. If you could give me some indication of whether you are enjoying them and you are making them on the video here below, I'd love to know. I know that when I look in my Kofi store, there are a good few that are sold or whatever, but I'm not sure whether you make the project that I'm making, or you download them off Kofi and you make your own projects, or things like that, which there are absolutely no restrictions on how you should be using the freebies, except not sharing them on other groups. But in terms of what you make with them, really there's no restrictions over here. Obviously it's only you can't share it on other groups, and also you can't use them as they are in any digital thing. Okay, but I'm not sure to talk about that now. Okay, what I wanted to say is that in fact I encourage you to use it differently compared to us, and then also to show and share that on our Facebook group, Sunny Creates Junk Journals. I really would love to see some of the things that you actually do. I can't tell you how exciting it is to be able to see something that one designed take on like when you look at the project, okay, take on a different flair compared to what you had in mind for it. So, like when you're designing something, you say, okay, so how I design these Friday freebies, I have an idea in my mind, and then I design around the idea, okay? Whereas when I design my kits, I don't have that idea in mind. I don't say, okay, I want it to be a booklet, or I want it to be this, or I want it to be that. All I know is I want it to be a digital kit, whether I want it to be a traveler's notebook size, skinny journal, or whatever. I know that I want that. And I also know, listen, I want to provide ephemera so that people can, especially those that are new, okay, they can just use it straight out there and not anything else, and have themselves a full journal kit. Except obviously using coffee dye papers to supplement the pages over there and to make a thick enough journal. But otherwise, you should be able to find everything over there. So I'd love to see how you use it. I'd really appreciate seeing the different things. Like today, I saw, I think, just which one was it? I don't know whether it was the vintage one. It could have been the vintage Christmas kit. My vintage Christmas kit. And it was used to make a, what was it used to make? Like a hexagon shaped cookie box, to put your Christmas cookies in. And I thought, oh my word, what an excellent idea. I mean, I never thought about that when I was designing. And then when someone does it, and I'm like, wow, this kit lent itself to that. And I do appreciate when people share their photographs or projects with me using my kits. The other thing is that now, I've been asked by a few people whether it is possible to design add-on kits, okay? So, like, have a kit and then have the ephemera separately, and then have the, the main pages separately, maybe some background pages separately and stuff like that. So, some people have approached me to do that. And I'd really like your opinion on that. The reason why I don't do it is simply because, excuse me, I feel that then the journal becomes too expensive to make, because now you're buying the ephemera, then you're buying the background pages separately and stuff like that. And I feel that I mean, even though I do it to make money, okay, I feel that some people just cannot afford to buy everything. All right. And so I want it to be at a price where it is quite affordable for people, okay, hence me putting everything together and selling it like that. But people have been asking me about it, and I'm like, oh, okay, is that what people want? Is so they have the choice to say, okay, I don't want to buy this, I want to buy only the ephemera, or I only want to buy the main journal pages, or stuff like that. So I'd really appreciate your feedback on that. Do you like the kits the way they are structured, that everything comes in one and you only buy one pack, okay? Or do you like it where everything is you know, on its own, where it's designed so there's one of each or whatever? Now I can tell you one thing: if you go with I'm not swaying your thinking in any way over here, or your decision in any way, but I can tell you that if you buy, if it's like separate elements in a kit, you know, being sold separately, then what happens is that so there is like a minimum price. There's a minimum price that well, Etsy doesn't say you have a minimum price, but let's say, put it this way, there is a minimum price that you need to charge in order to be able to make your Etsy fees. And to be very honest with you, Etsy fees are almost 50% of the order, okay? You know, I don't mind sharing that information with you. So then that means that every single kit is like going to be 50% of that kit is going to be on Etsy fees, which ultimately will make the seller push up their price on each part of it, because they're trying to make the basic fee to at least pay Etsy, if you get what I mean. So hence it doesn't, in my eyes, it doesn't work out cheaper. But maybe some people feel, no, listen, I don't want that part of the kit or whatever. So let me know. Let me know. I'm not, you know, either way, I'd like to hear from y'all, whether y'all think that's great or not. And it does help to make decisions, because y'all are my audience. You are the ones buying my items. So I'd love to know. I'd love to incorporate your decisions into when I design, etc. And then all I'm going to do is, I think, since this is lying here, I'm going to tie it up like that, or something like that. Okay, like that. So that's this. It's over and done, and we'll revisit it next week to add some pockets and envelopes and items like that to it. I do hope that you enjoyed it, and I apologize once again for it being late, but I will get it out today. It is a Friday freebie. So that's it. I'm going to close it like that, and then when you open it out, voila, ta-da, ta-da. So that's the outside of it. I think I love it. And then this is the inside with your 2 booklets. Okay, so that's it, ladies and gents. I do hope that you enjoyed this project, and I do hope that you give it a try. Post it on my my channel. I will leave the links below, and have fun. But before I go, there was just 2 more things I need to say. Is that number 1, someone asked me about whether I have an Etsy shop. Heather, I do. I have a Etsy shop. If you click on the link tree below, you on my videos, you will be taken to all my social media platforms, and in there you can click on to the Etsy shop link. Then yeah, that was one of the things. Then the other things is huge shout out. There's certain ladies that all the time comment on my videos. Heather, Louisa, Skinner, I'm trying to get the name. I can't get the name, but I will get it in the next video. And there is one more lady. I know it's Skinner and someone else. But I will get the names out, and I appreciate you always commenting on my videos. So I do appreciate you doing that. As I mentioned, I rely on your comments. I rely on your thumbs up to push my videos forward up. I'm working very hard on my YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed as yet, please do subscribe if you like the content. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. And then also give it a thumbs up, give it a comment. I encourage you to comment. And also have a blessed week until I see you again on Monday. Ta-da! I hope you like it. You'll find this, it's a 2-page, and then this one that was on my my Facebook group. I'm transferring to Etsy now. Not Etsy, Kofi. Okay, lovely. Thank you, ladies. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.